All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another live show. As you see, we got a new title. It's called Cocky Talk with Chuck and the Deal Maker. My good buddy Jordan Deal Maker decided he wanted to join me and do a live together. So we're going to try to get this thing rolling every Wednesday night about this time. Hopefully, if our schedules line up and he's not too busy, I'm not too busy, we're gonna do this thing every Wednesday night for about an hour and or as long as he wants to stay on, I'll stay on an hour at least. But if he wants to leave early, he can dip early. If not, we'll sit here and we'll try to talk an hour, talk about Gamecock football, whatever, wherever you guys lead us, we'll talk about it. If I don't know anything about it, I'll probably shoot the shit and bullshit around and dance around it and try to give you what I know about it. So, but like I said, welcome, Deal Maker. How you been doing, buddy?
Man, I'm here. I'm just living life. I'm sitting here amongst the farm. Just got to pay the architect to draw up my house plans. I'm going to build it. I don't know if you can see right back. Let me see in the camera there. But yeah, just living life. Just living life. What's up, David Green? What's up, Scott Collins? I appreciate y'all joining in. Hey. Like I told you the other day, you said that your lives weren't doing well. And I said, well, I'm going to show you that you're doing great. I'm going to join you. But we're here to talk about anything y'all want to talk about. Y'all ask. Hey, I'll give you my opinion. If you like it, great. If you don't, oh well. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're going to cover a couple of topics tonight, as y'all saw in the title of the live. We're going to talk a little bit about the new NIL thing, what that house settlement or whatever it was.
Yep.
I don't know if you read or not, but I read a note from our new AD, Jeremiah Donati, he put out the other day. I just want to cover some of that, my thoughts on that a little bit, and get your take on it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some the state of the baseball program. You wanted to discuss that, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some football recruiting, and we'll also talk about the schedule. I don't know if you follow this guy or not on Twitter, but famously Garnet, I think it is. I believe that's his name or handle. He listed some game times or what he feels the game times are going to be for some games this upcoming season. Some you may like, some you may not like. I don't know. But we'll talk about that, get your take on that. Yeah, he gave his take, but if you look at SEC Network, they kind of have every one of our games basically in flex. So I don't know how I don't know where he gets his information, but apparently he's somewhere in the know with the program. So he seems to have a good grasp on the game times or when he feels like they will take place. So we'll see. But we'll go over that as well. David Green's already got a question talking about Rasul Faison. I haven't heard anything, man. I haven't heard anything. And y'all know my opinion. I know Dealmaker's got a different opinion than I do. I honestly don't think he's going to play this year. And I hope I'm wrong. But I just feel it. And I know I see your face and I know you disagree with me, but I just got that feeling, man. South Carolina doesn't have a good track record when it comes to the NCAA and, getting players cleared. Not a real good track record. So what's your take on that, Deal Maker?
Well, first of all, I disagree, which you already know that.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down with the running backs coach. Talked to him, 3.5, 4 hours. I know the ins and outs of what they've done. A lot of it's public knowledge of going back to his old schools, getting his transcripts, getting the amount he played, when he didn't play, this, that, and the third. They did submit all of it to the NC2S, is what I call them.
Yeah.
Because that's what the hell they are. I don't even know why they're involved in anything. But anyway, he seems to be very, very optimistic. So does Beamer. I can only take what they've told me. He has lawyered up, which is public knowledge, and he hired a great lawyer and said they're going to fight it. The circles that I hear talking are that not just the university, they can only do but so much as far as lawyer fees, but there's some donors behind him willing to, do what needs to be done. I think it's going to happen. I personally think it's going to happen. Do I think it's going to be like next week? No. Because the NCAA doesn't do anything in a hurry. It's, it's like kind of like an accountant, hurry up and wait. But it kind of reminds me of what was the kid's name from North Carolina? The receiver. Do you remember his name?
Oh man.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
But,
I know you're talking about, but I can't think of the kid's name.
Yeah,
It'll come to me.
At the end of the day, do I think it's going to happen? He's going to play for the Gamecocks? Yes. To answer the question, yes. Do I think he'll play the first week? I don't know. Now, is he preparing himself to be a starting running back in the SEC? Yes, he is. And Blackwell told me exactly that. But I can't. Let's say he doesn't get cleared to week 2, plays week 3. That puts a hamstring on you. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to spend your attention toward who can play. So, do I think he's going to play? Yes. Do I think he's going to be the blowout guy that I'm wanting? Maybe not till game 5 or 6. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I respect your opinion, and I know you had. I know you sat down and talked with him because you told me after the fact, and you told me here just now, and we've talked about it numerous times. But I don't know, man. It just something just tells me that it's not looking good, and I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I want the young man to play. And you talked about, if he don't play, well, we still got backs. We still got Attaway. We still got
Juwan Howell. Yeah.
Juwan Howell, Matthew Fuller. We still got backs. So I'm not worried too much. But I think, and I feel the same way as some other Gamecock fans, if this guy was going to be a wait and see kind of back as far as the NCAA, why did we not pursue another back?
Well, because, now, what David Green say, that's BS. How do you play people not practicing? Well, no, he's practicing. No, he's practicing. He's in the weight room. He's practicing, okay? Don't get that misconstrued. They are preparing him to be our number 1 running back. All right, let's just be clear as we can be about that. Now, I understand our history with violations, or whatever you want to call it, with the NC2A, but times have changed, y'all. The optimistic, pessimistic. The wheels are turning. Okay, the people are in place. And Beamer, even though a lot of us fans, and listen, I give the man a hard time. Okay, I do. But that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm a fanatic, right? I'm a Gamecock fanatic. That's what I'm supposed to do. When he screws up, I'm going to call it out. But at the end of the day, the wheels on the bus that go round and round are going in the right direction. People are actually SEC, Sankey, NC2A, they're listening to Beamer, y'all. I mean, we are actually legitimate now. Legitimate. And I'm not a smoke pumper. I call it like I see it. I'm telling you what I know. We're legitimate. Now, are we legitimate contenders? Hell, I don't know that. But we are now being taken seriously because the donors, such as everybody in here, I hope y'all donate a little bit if you can. We're there. We're there. Everybody's behind this program, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
David Green said, thanks for clearing that up. I guess talking about the people playing, people not practicing. So, Scott don't think the decision will be made until the first week or week of our first game.
And I said as much.
Yeah. If he does get cleared, it'll probably, like you said, come down to week 1, right before the game.
Yeah.
Or like that kid from North Carolina. What, he got cleared halfway during the season?
Yeah, I think it's like game 4.
Something like that. So, if he does, I hope he does, man. I really do. I really hope he plays. But like I said, you said it earlier, optimistic, pessimistic. You optimistic, I'm pessimistic. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll see. I mean, time will tell. Hopefully, hopefully we'll find out something sooner rather than later.
But we bring up, because David Green brought it up, Faison. Y'all, a superstar running back is not the question that I have with this program. I've been preaching this. People get pissed off with me. I don't care. I've got 2 issues with our offense. Let's just stay on this side of the ball.
Uh-huh.
Our number 1 issue is our offensive line. Okay? I don't give a rat's ass who you are. If you know anything about football and you watch our program, we would not have won half of the games that we did win without an absolute stud as a quarterback, because our line can't block. And it's been this way since the Beamer era began. Now, if he had time, there's times he skirts out, he squirts up, he squirts to the right, he squirts to the left, and he makes a damn play because he's a hell of an athlete. But if he has down to throw the ball and the route develops, what's my number 2 question about the program offensively? Receivers.
Yeah, who's going to catch it? Yep.
Who the hell's going to catch it? Why can't he get open? Alshon Jeffrey, I go back way back when, Alshon Jeffrey looked like the slowest man on earth when he ran. You remember that, right? I mean, he took those long strides. He damn near stepped 2 yards when he took a step. And then all of a sudden, he's 3 feet in front of the guy. That's called preparation, footwork, fundamentals on how to get your ass open. And even if the guy was on him, hell, he could just reach his big old palm up and grab the ball. We don't have that. Well, we do have someone that everybody's been clamoring about since we recruited him because he's a 5-star. But the guy ain't showed me Jack Diddley yet. Show me. Show me the money. Show me.
Wide receiver. Well, going back to what you said earlier, the offensive line has been an issue since Beamer got there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He hasn't had a solid offensive line since he started. And some people point to injuries, but we've had injuries, but that's why you recruit players. That's why you develop players for situations like that. Yeah. If you bring in talent in and you developing it, why are we not plugging it in place when we have injuries and things like that? So I don't know if that's a coach issue, a player issue.
I tell you this, what I believe it to be. All right. Everybody knows you have those players on whatever team program that they don't practice that well. They do everything they're supposed to do, right? They do everything they're supposed to do. But when the lights come on, it's like, bam, they just show up. All right. Well, where on our offensive line has that happened? I'm going to answer it for you. It hasn't. Because we have 7 or 8 guys that we stick with week in and week out. Well, you know what? When the shit's broke, try something different. Be that little kid puts your finger in the dam. Just throw somebody out there and say, all right, let's see what you got. Damn it, the lights is on, 82,000 people screaming. Let's see what the hell you got. And guess what? That's where stars are born.
Yeah.
That's where stars are born. And, Mike Fury, same thing with him. I mean, we've been riding this same damn saddle. Well, guess what? The damn stirrups are broken. Let's try another saddle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and going back to the receivers, everybody's been clamoring to see Nick Harbor just have a breakout year and be that guy. Will he do it? Will he eventually do it? I don't know. It took Xavier Legette, 3 years before he was able to.
But injuries involved.
So. Yeah, injuries involved. I got that. But it took him a good while to catch on, around the injuries. He was able to become a really good possession receiver. Will Nick Harbor do that? I don't know. I can't answer that question. We all hope so. As a Gamecock fan, we'd like to see it. But I think
I called this 2 years ago. You know what I want to see? I want to see, instead of being a decoy back there receiving a damn kickoff, hey, hand it to old boy, let him get wound up, because he don't have a quick step. Okay. It's going to take him about 7 yards to get wound. Now, that's a big cat, man. That's a big cat. Let's see him get wound up one time, see what he can do. Put your shoulder down and run your ass over somebody, and then I'll say, all right, I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
Yeah. But going back to receivers, we got a good core of wide receivers coming in. They're unproven, of course, with Jaden Sellers, Brian Rowe, Bleak Clark,
J.D. White,
Donovan Murph. Who'd you say?
No, I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I'm reading the comments. Go ahead.
Oh, Donovan Murph. And we got guys that are coming in that can play or supposedly can play. They're not proven yet, but we're gonna see, what they can do. We got Mazio coming back. So I don't know. As far as the offense, I'm with you. The offensive line is my biggest question. I wouldn't say wide receiver as much. I'm more along the lines of let's get a good offensive line and stick with it and get it going right, because, like I said, he hasn't had one since he got there. So,
well, I'm reading the comments.
David Greenwood.
I'm reading the comments, and I'm just going to throw my 2 cents in, if that's okay. I think Harper will be much improved this year, David. Apparently, he was blind. That's what J.D. Wyatt said. Todd agreed. Todd says his worries are not wide receiver, running back, O-line, and QB. He's good with those. His worries lie on defense and linebacker. Hang on just a second. I got an issue with this. I got a huge issue with this. I understand where I'm coming from. My issue is, why do you have an issue with that? That honestly, why do you have an issue with that? We have shown, take away year 2, that our defensive coaches know what the hell they're doing. And in this league that we play in, it starts up front. It starts with the rushers on the end. We took a freshman, Nick Emery. Does anybody remember that guy? And just blew the world up. Last year, we had another freshman coming from the left side.
Yeah.
But guess what? Blew the world up. Made a graduate edge rusher a friggin' superstar. Why? Because everybody was double teaming this freshman. So I'm good with that. No. I'm not worried about that. Our offensive line is my biggest worries. Tight ends. We've always got tight ends. What do you want? What are you looking for? I'm tight end that can block and that can run 3 yards and cut. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, we still got tight ends. We got didn't old boy come back?
Who?
The kid from the transfer we got last year.
Yes, he's back.
Yeah, he's back. And then we got Jordan Dingle from Kentucky. He's going to be more of like I think he's going to be more like a Josh Simon type tight end. So I'm not too much worried.
But hold on. Let me address this real quick. JD, can I ask you a question? All jokes aside, Bubba. All jokes aside. You tell me which linebackers were great. Please. You tell me one game that our linebackers were great. Let me help you out. We didn't have one. Period. End of conversation. So, listen, I'm not trying to ruffle anybody's feathers. I'm the deal maker, man. I'm going to say I'm going to call it like I see it. Tell me one game our linebackers were great. Tell me one game you said, damn, we have a great damn linebacking crew. You can't do it if you know football. Can't do it. That's all I got to say. Go ahead.
Well, let me read that question real quick because I want to see what he said. I want to read it. Yeah, I trust the coaches, but we lost so much on defensive line. And linebacker in particular is very young and unproven. Not a good spot to be young.
I'm listening to you. I got to get a beer.
All right. So let's see here. Defensive line and linebackers in particular. Yeah, we did lose some. I think we lost some pretty good linebackers. Bam Martin, Scott, Demetrius Knight, all them guys. But we got guys to fill it. And like Dealmaker said, the coaches, Clayton White and Travian Robertson, they're gonna get the best. They're gonna get the best out of the defense. So I'm not too much worried about that. I understand your concern, JD, but
He's more politically correct than I am, JD. And listen, I'm not belittling anyone. That is not the way I operate. But in all honesty, I mean, great players like Debo Williams, Rob Lightfoot's talking about. Yeah, he could hit you, but how many tackles did he have a game, Rob? How many tackles? How many times did it was his man when the running back came up the middle and he was going somewhere else? How many times that happened?
Yeah. I think the linebackers were kind of hit or miss in most games. Now we had some good linebackers, don't get me wrong, but consistent.
We had some good young men that played to their fullest extent, but we have never, in a long time, had a linebacking core to go, damn, them boys is nasty. No, hell no. Y'all don't go there with me. Please don't. We're cornerback and safety university. We are
DBU.
Pass rusher university. That's what we're known for.
What's up, Rob, Todd, JD? I ain't say hey to everybody, but what's up? But yeah, I understand y'all's concerns, but I'm not as concerned on the defensive side. My concern mainly lies on the offensive line. I think the success we had this year will be, dictated by the offensive line, how well it performs. Because I don't know. I just don't know what Shula's plan is for Lenoris. And maybe you do.
Oh, I do.
You have a little more insight, but I don't know if he's going to try to change up his style a little bit or tweak it, or, if he does try to make him, sit in the pocket. I've heard the story that he don't want him to run unless it's necessary, I guess. But if we don't have an offensive line, it's going to be necessary to run every damn time.
Thank you. So
that's what my big concern is.
All right. I've had debates with you. I've had debates with Rooster. I have debates with Carolina Jackpot, Rob. I've had debates with everybody. Listen, people. The man ran. Look at my hat crooked. Y'all done got me all upset. The man ran because he had no damn choice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God he's 6'3", 240 friggin' pounds with tremendous athleticism that he could do that. Yeah. But you cannot win games with a quarterback running that amount of times. You cannot do it. You can get your ass lucky, and that's what we did because we got a hell of an athlete at a quarterback position.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he cannot do that to withstand help through his career. Now I'm telling you, it just can't happen. It can't happen.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my big concern when it comes to this season. Is more along the offensive line. I think the defense will be fine. Secondary is going to be good. We got players on the defensive line that can step up. So I'm not too much worried about the defense. So.
Anybody else want to talk about that?
Yeah. But yeah, he got sacked like 30-some times this year. So.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a guy. I mean, y'all see him when he broke loose right up the damn middle. Who was that against? LSU?
Yeah.
I mean, good God almighty. I would have loved to have known the speed he was running.
75 yards.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, if we can fix the offensive line, we'll be okay. That's the big issues.
Yep.
And I saw Sellers was down at Florence, chunking the ball around a little bit. So.
Yep. Just last weekend.
Putting in some work. I heard he threw a 73-yard bomb or whatever they were talking about. I guess they were in all of how far he could throw it or whatever, but he ain't got it.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I'm an athlete. I'm an old athlete. I'm not athletic anymore. Well, I mean, I guess I am. I don't know. But I'm an old man. Well, I'm getting older. When you stand beside this guy, literally, and you look at him, but it's not even fair. It's not fair for a guy, because when I played ball, the tall guys were normally like baseball pitchers. You know what I mean? They were never in the limelight. They were never quarterbacks. That size of guy was a pass rusher, a damn middle linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that could just go downhill in a hurry. But this cat is big, and he's smart.
Yeah.
And Todd Gwynn said he's short. Who are you talking about?
Well, he must be talking about you.
Well, I'm not that damn short either. You see them hands? There's a reason why they're so big. But it's not because of my height. I just have big hands. But at the end of the day, this boy is legit. This young man's legit. And there's a reason why we paid him what we paid him. I mean, he is legit, but I am scared to death. And I know what Shu was going to do. Because he told me that he's wanting him to concentrate on being a pocket passer, but not taking away his natural ability to run. When he runs because it is scripted or he has no other choice. In other words, bam, 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 drop back 3 steps, look, if you take the 3-step drop, that opens a few seconds for your receivers to get open, to run their routes. And that's what he was not good at because he was used to hands being in his damn face. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And will that change this year? We don't know. That's the big question.
I don't know. That's my big question.
So, and see, that's, yeah. And see, I don't, and you said he's a smart guy. I have no doubts that Norris ain't smart. I'm not saying that. But will he sit back in the pocket and take a bunch of unnecessary sacks because he's trying to please the coach?
That I can't answer. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's a damn 20-year-old kid, man. Come on, I don't know.
Yeah. So and that's something I don't want to see. I'd rather him be like he was last year. Make stuff happen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I want him to be a drop back passer, yeah, but his decision making's got to be quick with our offensive line. Unless we can figure out our offensive line, his decision making's going to be quick.
Chuck, let's go back. Let's just throw up. Obviously, everybody in here are Gamecock fans. Okay.
Just about, yeah.
Let's go back to the day that we had Blake Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cat couldn't run out his own damn way.
Nope.
He wore a damn lineman face mask as a quarterback. Okay. But you know what? They taught him how to be a decent drop back passer because he had a good line to block for him.
Yep.
He was serviceable. Very far from what you see a quarterback say. All right. Then let's go to Steven Garcia. Steven Garcia was a damn running back with a quarterback's arm. Let's just be honest about it. That's what he was, a fullback with a quarterback's arm. He's just a bulldog. His mentality. He was a bulldog. Well, let's go to Connor Shaw. I would argue one of the best quarterbacks Gamecocks has ever had. Ever. Was Connor Shaw a runner? He could if he had to.
Yeah.
He wasn't very fast. But what was he? He was a hell of a drop back passer because he threw the ball before the route opened.
Yeah.
He threw the ball before the route opened, and he trusted his receivers. All of that goes back to one thing and one thing only: offensive line. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Hey, you want JB to come in? He wants to come in and talk.
Hold on just a second. Lightfoot said, Dealmaker and Chuck, how good is Dylan Stewart? How good is he?
He's okay.
All right. You answer the question. I'm going to throw some facts out. You answer the question. He took a graduate senior that was on the other side and made him a superstar in the SEC. Now, don't get me wrong. He was good. But was he as good as he was made out to be because they were double teaming Stewart because Stewart was that guy? You answer the question. He's that guy.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Yeah.
He's got a motor. That's better. I know y'all gonna talk shit when I say this. He's got a motor that's better than Clowney's. Seriously.
Yeah. My thing with him is this year, I mean, everybody knows who he is, right? Everybody knows they scout for him. They know who he is. He's going to have to come up with some new moves. He can't just bull rush and, take people by storm this year. He's got to come up with some new moves to get to the quarterback.
They are going to put two people on him. They're going to chip him and then block him, which they started doing last year once they realized this freshman's legit. What I'm saying? And it opened up the other side. Yeah. But at the end of the day, listen, when someone is that dominant in a game and you put that much focus on him, what's just going to open up the other side? It's going to open up the middle. So that's how good he is. He is. When an offense coordinator and an offensive line coach looks at our game film and looks at him, go, "Oh shit, we got a problem." That's it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Now I do want to say this. I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but when you come on the show, the Cocky Talk, and we're about to let a few people in, y'all ask any questions you want to ask. I'm pretty confident in what I got to say, in my opinion. I know from insides, outs, and different around, but at the end of the day, I'm just old country boy, okay? I'm not going to cuss you. I'm not going to call you stupid. I'm not going to call you ignorant. Anybody's welcome on this show. We have open dialogue. It could be banter, whatever you want to call it. But ain't nobody going to get boisterous or call anybody names just because I don't believe in that. And at the end of the day, we're here for everybody. We're here for the Gamecock fans. Hell, we're here for Clemson. We're here for any fan. Y'all want to talk football? We'll talk football. Y'all want to talk baseball? We'll talk baseball. Shit, you want to talk about farming? We'll talk about farming.
You'll talk about farming. I'll just listen.
Yeah, he's a little weenie. He don't know how to work.
Hold on now. Hold on.
He don't know how. He can't do the work I do.
No, I'm not an auctioneer. You're right.
Huh?
I said you're right. I can't. I'm not an auctioneer. I can't.
Well, bring your ass out here and let's go plow some roads real quick. Let's see how long you last.
Oh, I last all day, baby.
Oh, shit.
Shoot, you don't know.
Without that damn air conditioner right around on that, you be done punked out.
No, I wouldn't. No, you'd be surprised. But the link's in there, JD, if you want to hop on. Come on in and talk. You know, I was watching his show, I think it was last night before, talking about the student athlete and the new NIL thing, you know, that letter Jeremiah Donati put out. What is they going to have $20.5 million?
Yep.
I think it's what it is, what it said.
Yep.
And they're going to be pay, I guess the university is going to be allowed to pay the athletes. I guess you can't really call them students because they're getting paid. So I mean, whatever you want to call them now, but the university is allowed to pay them, I guess, a certain amount. I don't know the whole ins and outs.
I don't know that amount.
Yeah, and then they also said they're allowed to, I guess, make extra money. I guess through NIL deals.
Yes,
like autographs and
yes.
Interviews and things like that. And they also, another thing that was kind of a little bit intriguing when I read it, they talked about connecting with the fans online, like texting and following and tweeting them and all that, and interacting with them online and social media. I think that's a slippery slope.
It's a very slippery slope because, you know, in the business world that I've been in for over half my life, you know, I know they laugh about, let's talk about farming. I'd be more than happy to talk about farming because it's a whole lot more simpler. But, you know, being an executive the way I've been for most of my life, when you start entering down that path, lawsuits will jump on your ass in a hurry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not real sure exactly how that's going to go. Somebody asked a question earlier. Do we call them student athletes? No. Call them amateur football players or, you know, minor leagues. So whatever you want to classify it, because that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. And I hate it. But at the end of the day, I hope they get their grand prize and go to the NFL. But if you're making $1.5 million, $2 million a year to go to college, if you don't make it to the NFL, well, hopefully you hired an accountant and you got good parents that advised you well that you should be okay for a few years till you start your real career.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I just hope they got somebody. I think they said that they're going to have a committee or something to oversee it. So hopefully they'll have somebody with some intelligence to keep that in line. And I don't know. It's a crazy thing, man.
Well, you know, here's the thing, Chuck, and this is just my opinion, okay? You know, everybody says, oh, he's getting paid $1 million to play football. Well, yeah, he is. But he's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you make $1 million or $2 million at 20 years old, well, guess what? You're going to be broke by the time you're 26.
Probably by the time you're 22.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I made $1 million by the time I was 23 years old. So
$1 million don't go nowhere, though.
no, it doesn't. I mean, and at that age, you're ignorant.
Yeah,
you think you've got all this money. You might go out and buy your mom and pop a house or whatever. Go
Cars,
buy
houses.
a $300,000 car. Well, guess what? Your ass is broke. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
Dabo Swinney said it better than anybody. It's going to ruin college football. And listen, I hate Clemson. I hate them with a damn passion.
Mm-hmm.
If they were on fire talking shit, I would still put them out because I care about people. But I would talk shit while I was doing it. Okay.
You need me.
Dabo Swinney is no idiot.
Yeah.
He is far from an idiot. And Nick Saban left for just this reason. He did. It was just too much. I mean, why would you put up with it?
Yeah. All right. Here comes JD. What's up, man?
Howdy, howdy. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Oh, yeah. We got you.
Good, good. What's up, Jordan, man? Listen, I'm afraid of you a little bit. I was kind of scared to come on, man.
Why are you afraid of me?
No, I'm not. My earbuds are. Hold up. No, I'm not. No, I appreciate what you said there. I mean, being honest, being real, telling people exactly what you think, being confident in your opinion. I mean, that's what I do. You couldn't have said that any better.
Well, I'm in my opinion for numerous reasons. Well, number one, because I have a lot of insight, and my family and I, we're pretty big donors to the program, all programs, not just football. But I have conversations, that lead. And again, I'm not a sunshine pumper. That's not me. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win 11 games next year. Hell no, because I don't believe that. I don't believe
right.
That. But when I say something, I say it in confidence. And hell, if I'm wrong, I'd be more than happy for you to come on here and say, Dealmaker, your ass was wrong. I'd be like, yeah, I was.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, on my show, it's Southern Fried Sports, and I say I will fry anybody. Nobody is above getting fried, and so I've even cooked myself before. I mean, I was wrong about the Braves making it back to 500. I mean, they're technically back under 500 now, but I said they wouldn't make it over 500 for the rest of the year. They did, in fact. So if I'm wrong, yeah, I'm wrong. But did y'all want to continue on the house settlement stuff a little bit there?
Yeah, go ahead and give it your take.
That's up to Chuck. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, basically what's crazy to me about it is not only are they going to pay these athletes, the number comes out to about $20 million per year for most of the major conferences.
Correct.
What is crazy about it is the $2.8 billion that they're going back and paying athletes from like 2017, I think, until now. So they're all getting paid too. Where did the NCAA come up with this $2.8 billion? They just got it over there chilling. They've had it this whole time. How much money does the NCAA have?
Hey, I'm on your side with this one. I'm on your side.
Exactly.
They have two things that we all know make them money, right? Basketball tournament, NCAA World Series, right?
Right.
So I guess it's kind of like, in my opinion, Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin are suing NASCAR. I don't know if you keep up NASCAR, but they're suing them for monopoly. Well, guess what? I see the exact same, excuse my language, freaking thing. I was going to say the other word, happening right now. Who in the hell's not asking questions? Where the hell did y'all get that money from?
I compared it. Here's my comparison. Y'all might get a kick out of this one. Y'all know what is it, Joel Osteen and all these mega churches and stuff that you've seen before?
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
So that's exactly what I compared it to. That is what the NCAA is. They just take all this money because all of these people are following them. They don't, I mean, the rules are there. They have to be part of the NCAA or whatever kind of legal nonsense that would be for people to start breaking away from the NCAA.
Well, it's
But
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I think, I think the revenue sharing is probably the first step of many.
Yeah.
For that to happen, I would think. But yeah,
there's a lot of JD. Let's be honest. There's a lot of politics involved in that shit too. Okay, and there's a lot of people getting paid, and let's just use Sankey for an example from our conference. He knows. I mean, come on, man. That's anything in life. If you follow the damn money, you'll get your damn answer.
Hey, I just watched Rush. No, I won't. I just watched Rush Hour 2 the other day. We can say this. Chris Tucker on Rush Hour 2, one of his lines, it was just a random movie on a Saturday, I think. But one of his lines is, "Follow the rich white man."
Very true statement.
For crime. I mean, that was him trying to solve a crime. He says, "Follow the rich white man."
Very true.
So, follow the money, like you said, Chuck. I mean, are we getting close to separation here? I can't see that we're not.
Yeah, I feel like it. I mean,
how would it go in your opinion?
What's that?
As far as the separation goes, do you think it would be collective? I'll give you three choices. We'll say, will it be collective between like the Power Four conferences? Like, will it be all four of them do it to get together, or will it be separate?
It'll be separate.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big separate. Yeah, SEC, probably the Big Ten. I can see them probably coming together on it.
I would have to agree with you there.
Yeah,
because that's the money conferences.
Yeah, that's your two money makers when it comes to football and most sports anyway, baseball, football. So yeah, I can see it that way. I wouldn't think it'd be, everybody just part ways and SEC, ACC.
Let me ask you this question.
I think it'd be like a group thing.
And we're sitting here shaming the NCAA, right? Openly. But I want to ask you a question, and I want your opinion on this. You live in a house, obviously. You're standing there right under the fan. If you had a leak in your bathroom today, your toilet, your sink, your vanity, your tub, whatever, and you called a contractor in and he's like, "All right, Mr. White, it's going to cost you $7,000 for me to tear this floor up, fix that plumbing there, put you a new wax seal, whatever." Okay? I'm not a damn plumber. I'm just saying. And you say, "All right, come on in and do it." Well, let me ask you this question. How is it that it costs $5 million, $5 million, to upgrade a bathroom in a football facility? So think about what I just said. $5 million to put 3 more urinals in and 2 hand wash stations. But yet we go, where the hell did the NCAA get all this money? Where the hell's all this money in improvements of this damn stadium go? Think about it. Think about what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this hand, but don't watch what I'm doing with this one. So maybe the reason why the separation hadn't happened because they're all in cahoots together. Think about what I said.
Right. I mean, well, if they separate, that'll bring up a whole other set of questions because, the question, if you do it unanimously, you guys both think it'll be separate. Chuck, I think you said it might be like a group thing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you do it separately, how do you then arrange? So it would just be the 20 teams in the SEC and all of them play each other all the time. And they have an SEC national championship, but then you've got the Big Ten.
No.
And so that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can do it separately. But
No.
there would have to be a governing body over all of those schools still somehow or another.
Yeah.
There will be, and you're right. You're right. There will be. But at the end of the day, what most people don't realize, well, obviously anybody in here realizes it, our non-con games now, and when I say non-con, non-power four, okay?
Yeah.
We write them a damn check. So those small schools need that damn money. They need it. That I don't think will ever, ever, ever go away. For the simple purpose of if we dissolve it, then what the hell are we doing? We're becoming the NFL, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that could ever go away. But can you generate the revenue, the TV revenue, the fan revenue, the stadium revenue to withstand it without the NCAA? That's the question is, what do the conference commissioners know that we don't know? Where did the damn money come from? You asked the question. Hell, I want to know.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
True.
I want to know because if these conferences are making the money they're making, it's crazy to think what the NCAA is probably making.
And they're fucking ignorant. I thought they were, but they're smarter than I am. They got all this money sitting there.
What's up, P Digits? What's up?
What is up?
He's late, but he made it.
Let me get a beer. I'll be right back.
All right, man.
But yeah, so I'll jump back out of here in just a few more minutes. I won't take up much of your time, but appreciate you having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Hey,
I did want to go back to a little bit of Gamecock roster talk with you guys.
All right.
But while we wait on Jordan, I would mention you were just talking about, he was just talking about these small schools that still need that check. I mean, think about Murray State, who just made it to the College World Series. Have y'all seen that picture?
Oh yeah,
where the coach cuts the field still.
Mm-hmm.
They put their own tarp on their field. It can only hold like 800 people. Literally, that's what we did in high school.
Yeah.
And we're talking about them having a chance to play for the national championship. That, to me, is just one of the best stories ever.
Yeah, that's I was talking to my wife about that because I saw that yesterday. I think it was on X, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty amazing that they are so small." And like you said, the coach cuts the grass. They take care of all the field maintenance and anything that happens around the stadium. But yet they're in the College World Series, and that's just a testament to, like I said, I think on the last show. If you're a good baseball player, I think me and Pete Digits talked about this. If you're a good baseball player and you can get some more guys that around you that can play, you can go to the College World Series, and they're proving it. Murray State is proving it.
Well,
they're not no big time school. They're like one of the poorest or smallest schools in the Mountain Valley or Missouri Valley or whatever it is, and they're in the College World Series. So
yeah.
I think it's have to do with surrounding yourself with good players and finding guys that fit in your system and developing them. And that's my take on that whole situation with Murray State.
I want to throw my opinion on this deal. I agree with both of y'all, but everybody knows I'm a diehard Gamecock fan. I got 2 nieces at school right now. I got a brother-in-law in medical school at the University of South Carolina right now. Okay. But my second school is Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
Why? Because I got a house down there. I can be there in 45 minutes from right now. I've been drinking, so I ain't driving no damn where. But if I wanted to be, I could be there in 45 minutes at my house down there in Garden City.
Yeah.
I love Coastal Carolina. A lot of people turn their nose up at them because they're a Conway, Myrtle Beach school. They call them Myrtle Beach, but it's actually Conway.
Yeah.
Listen, that's an issue I've got we talked about it earlier, Chuck, bringing up the baseball program. I've got a big damn issue with Coastal Carolina, which I love. I support the hell out of them. Even buy tickets. Damn season ticket holder. Okay. How in the hell they going to the College World Series and a 2-time back-to-back national champion baseball program got the thumb up their ass right now with my Gamecocks?
Yeah, it's a travesty.
Yeah. Coastal, man, they're the best team in South Carolina right now.
Damn right they are. I'm
pulling for them and Murray State in the College World Series.
Hey, I want them to come down to the final championship game. Wow! I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
he did just also pulling for Coastal.
I'm pulling for Coastal. I almost went to college there. What I was gonna say, and I'm sure all of us as Gamecocks, we do know that they used to be USC Coastal, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Todd
And
Williams.
that's where their whole mascot comes from. I hate that we got to play each other in football this year, but I will absolutely. To me, there's still USC Coastal. There's still Coastal Carolina University. They just upgraded. I still consider them part of the USC family. So any Gamecock in their right mind should be pulling for them.
Spurs up and go Chanticleers. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk?
The one more beautiful thing, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let you guys run. The one more beautiful thing, though, about the College World Series is that the two SEC teams that are there, LSU, Arkansas, one of them's going to the losers bracket right off the bat.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Arkansas, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
Well,
I don't think so
we're on
either.
the same page.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agreed with a lot of what you said. Like I said, I appreciate it. Honest, open. I'm going to call it like I see it. I mean, I am regretting calling it like I see it when it came to firing Mark Kingston based on where we are. I mean, at least he was taking us to the tournament and stuff. But
Well, that's where you and I have to disagree, okay? Real quick. But I think getting rid of him was a great move. Personally, I believe that. I know Ray Tanner, had many conversations with him. I don't think that Ray Tanner is as bad as some people make him out to be. Okay. I think Donati is a disciple of Ray Tanner. I think that our biggest issue with our program, Maneri is a great guy. He's a baseball mind. He knows baseball. This was his first year. You cannot grade someone on their first year. I don't give a damn who you are, what sport you're in. You cannot do it. But I think we have a cancer inside of our baseball program that no one is willing to step up and get rid of. That's my opinion. And his name's Monty Lee. Sorry.
Interesting. And yeah, I guess semantics too. So I'm not one of the ones that called for Paul Maneri's job this year. However, going back, firing Mark Kingston was the right thing. The question is going to become, was hiring Paul Maneri the right thing? Well, and I'll leave you guys with that one. I'll let you answer. I'll let you and Chuck get back to it, man. I don't want to take too much of your time. Chuck, thank you very much. Y'all be blessed, not stressed, all right?
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, buddy. Here's the thing. Was hiring Lou Holtz at his age the right thing? Well, we sucked. But guess what he did? He brought us to national prominence, television-wise.
Yeah.
And he brought in one Steve Spurrier, another old man. Takes time, people. You got to give it time.
Yep.
It's just like a tomato. It's always green. Nobody wants it. But when it turns bright red, every bug, every worm wants it. And so do you. You know?
Yeah,
right,
I got you.
I'm gonna jump off here. I got to go to bed. I got to get on the road in the morning.
Yeah, well, we didn't get around to talking about the football schedule, but I know
Hey, we got next week to go, Bubba.
Yeah, I know. Tiger Red Devil said about the Clemson Carolina game at noon, so I'm not too excited about that, but we can talk about that a little more next week. Talk about the schedule and
Hey, it don't mean shit right now. Now, if we both only got 1 or 2 losses, then we can talk about it.
yeah. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Jordan. And like I said, this is a Wednesday night show. It's going to keep going, I guess, as far as I know. As long as our times kind of come together and Jordan ain't got nothing going on and I ain't got nothing going on.
Hey, I don't give a damn what state I'm in. You know, I'm leaving out Monday and I'm going to be in Georgia, and I think 2 weeks later I'm going to be in Texas. But hey, I'll make time for it, at least 30, 45 minutes.
All right. But yeah, so I appreciate everybody for stopping by, for coming in, JD for stopping in and talking.
All of y'all, thank y'all so much. Please like, comment, subscribe to Gamecock Chuck if you're not already. And guys, we thank you. We thank you. And you know, we might flip-flop this thing. I stay really busy. We might flip-flop it from his channel to my channel, but I more want to support his channel. He's one of my best friends in the whole wide world, and we thank y'all.
Oh, yeah. Really do, man. Really do. Appreciate it. Yeah, everybody hit the like, subscribe to Jordan Dealmaker, comment. If you watch this video later, just drop a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Leave a question. And, yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this show.
Hey, and I'm going to answer a question. I'm going to lead off next Wednesday with talking about farming and the agri questions I had. I think some of y'all will appreciate
that. Nope, JD. Nope. Come on. All right, man.
Y'all got a bromance. Now he's my good friend. I mean, you call it what you want to, but I mean, get fire in the morning. See y'all later.
All right, man. See you, man. But yeah, there you go. That was Jordan Dealmaker. Like I said, every Wednesday night, y'all come back, hang out with us. Appreciate Todd, JD Scott, P Digits. Yeah, that sucks. Noon sucks for that game. David Green, Tiger Red Devil, Todd, David, Scott, Rob Lightfoot. Appreciate everybody for stopping in. Next Wednesday, come back, same time, same channel, and we'll try to talk some football recruiting, and we'll go over the schedule. I know it'll be old news by then, but we're going to talk some of these game times and about a roundabout time for some of the games. So, yeah, I wanted to cover that tonight, but we got carried away with a lot of different things. So it's all good. We can talk about the old news with that next week. So y'all have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.